Welcome to the Nuff Said podcast. We are talking season, I don't know, what are we on, 5 or 10 or something?
Sure.
What is this? Episode something. It's Watchdogs, season 3, episode 14, Watchdogs. I am Rob Southgate. With me is...
Alil Kunica.
And?
Jack Wengrosky. And Rosk my pants.
Hey-o.
And, all right. You know, we got limited time here, so let's jump into this thing. What'd you guys think of this one?
Jack, I'll let you go.
I liked it. It had a lot of action. I like the fact that what's his name? The Hive is kind of back together again. No more bruising. I like the when Coulson shut down Lincoln when he started acting all like friendly and part of the team, and Coulson just like shuts him down and said, "You haven't earned that right. I'll tell you what's going on." So, you know, they start to get into his personality a little bit and how he's going to integrate. It's like they were listening to our show. You know, they kind of rebooted his character and things and then got almost into that Civil War ideology where who is really the bad guys? Is it the agents or is it the Watchmen or Hydra? Who's worse? Or the Inhumans?
Yeah, well, we said that last week, and although, Alil, you said that wasn't happening, I think it is.
Yeah, and I was proven wrong, which is fine. Mac is become the moral compass of the show, and he has become that banner for basically what could be part of the Civil War, because he has really stepped it up that he is not going to do something that he is not comfortable with. He wants to do what's right. And, you know, and even what, I can't remember the bad agent, I can't remember what his name was, but when he said, how do they get their intel? You know, Coulson was, you know, basically kind of, you know, there's a gray line. You know, there's always the gray line. And I like the fact that Mac is taking a hard stance that there is no gray line. It's black and white. We're either good guys or we're bad guys. And we're going to do what's right. I really like that about this episode.
Yeah, me too. I really like that it was a Mac episode because Mac is a great character. And the stuff that he showed tonight is the stuff that we've kind of seen, but we've gotten it's been too crowded, so we've gotten very little of this. But he has held true to his character the whole time. And I think what we saw tonight was the culmination of that.
Yep.
You know, at first I thought Mac's brother was going to be turned out to like inducting in the Watchmen or already part of the Watchmen.
That's totally what I thought too, man.
Watchdogs, Jack. Watchdogs.
Watchdog. Oh, that's right. Watchmen is another comic.
Exactly, yeah. We don't want to give Zack Snyder any more love than he's already getting.
That is true.
Wait, he's getting love?
He's
from
getting
some people.
Yeah.
From Watchmen fans, maybe.
Two-thirds of the League of Geeks, I have a feeling.
That is true. Not me, though.
Yeah, no.
But, you know, like towards the end of the episode, the guy's unemployed. He's all of a sudden, he's kind of loving S.H.I.E.L.D. You know, he's got that other perspective. And I'm kind of hoping that he becomes an agent.
Oh, I think he is. I think that they were setting us up that he's going to be a cook for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now.
Right. But it's, like May's also the pilot, but, and Jarvis is also a butler, but I think, it's going to be one of those.
Right. He's going to be the cook, Max the mechanic, Jarvis the butler. You're right. He's going to be a cook, though. They laid that in there. You've got a skill at this. You're really good at it. You're out of work. We don't want to lose the house. Now he knows about Mac. Clearly, they're going to bring him into the fold and make him a cook.
I really like the fact that the Watchdogs, towards the end, you could see the Hydra influence because when they were raiding Max and technically I guess it's his brother's house. When they were raiding it, they were saying, they were going after an Inhuman. And Mac had been identified as an Inhuman. And so we know this thing's going wrong already. That
right.
They're out of control. This is not going to be a big group. They're well funded right now because of
Malik.
Malik. But I don't think they're going to be like much of a thing here and there. Maybe they're already too large, but it was funny how they got turned so quickly.
I actually think that they will be a big deal for the show. I think what they did was they created like an enemy group that they can have here for a while.
Yeah.
So while you've got Civil War and they're fighting amongst themselves, and there's all the threat of Hydra and all this, they've got somebody at the ground level with them that they're going to be dealing with.
It's almost like the Trump supporters. They're the everyman. They're the ones that want to quote America, make America great. The Inhuman now is the great enemy.
Right.
And you can't see their faces. So what a perfect enemy, because it's
it can be anybody, just like Hydra.
Yeah,
they were in the comic books. If you didn't know that, they were in the comics.
I didn't know the Watchdogs.
Yeah, they were in the late '80s in the comics. I think in Captain America comics. I think that's where they got their start.
You know what? I didn't read those back then. I was all Spider-Man and Daredeviled up then.
Well, me too. But I have many Marvel encyclopedias that I read. But I do have a bunch of Cap books. I believe that they were in one or two of them in the late '80s.
All right. Well, cool.
So,
but that's a good one to bring in here. So you've got an established group, but they're not like Hydra. You know what I mean? It's not a name that you go, oh my gosh. So this is good. They've got something that they've already established they can work with.
Yeah.
Tied into Captain America. That's even a bigger plus.
And they were also in the Ultimate Universe for a few books. I think they were like all destroyed at one point.
Yeah,
and I really like their logo. I mean, how wrong would it be to have a Watchdogs shirt, knowing even though it's like, Hydra is like, yeah, the octopus is kind of cool and the many heads, yeah, but man, their logo is that's just right. I wouldn't mind having a T-shirt and going, yeah, I'm not really for them. I just like
not really for them, but hey, I like the Nazi look. I'm not for them.
Like ISIS wear. It's the new thing.
Oh,
I don't know, but I mean, it's not.
Suddenly things got really uncomfortable, man.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Like,
it's just wrong.
At first, I was going to say, then we'll see you on the news at a Trump rally, pepper spraying children.
And then it went somewhere else.
Yeah, you just never know what corner you're going to turn.
Oh my God, it went totally bad.
Well, we're dealing with Hydra. We're dealing with domestic terrorism. I mean, that's what it is. Really, I mean, it's the comics, but that's really what it is. And the anti-hero on this one, he's the guy that does the Bosch series on Netflix. He's Harry Bosch.
Yes,
Melissa and I do the podcast about, and I was really looking forward to a little more of him than the hologram.
You're going to get him now.
All right.
You're going to get him now. Well, because he showed up in the wheelchair at the end, but we've talked about him because he was in that Marvel one-shot, the one that was on the Avengers disc.
Right.
And then he made an appearance on S.H.I.E.L.D., and remember he showed up in the one just before Captain America 2. And he was there with Sitwell. And then he got injured, and we were like, oh, no, they killed this character. We love this guy. But we found out what actually happened to this guy.
Right.
Actually, wasn't he there when it wasn't even that? Wasn't he there? He was there with Sitwell, but wasn't he there in the one with Edward James Olmos? Isn't that where it all went south for him?
Jeez, I don't remember. I don't think it was. I thought he came later, but
I thought he was there when the other S.H.I.E.L.D. was there. Like that was where he ended up getting injured.
I think it was earlier, because that was when Hydra first took over S.H.I.E.L.D. And I think that's when it happened, but don't quote me on that.
No, Hydra took over S.H.I.E.L.D. back in season 1, and season 2 is where the other agency blew up.
I thought he got hurt before that, but
could be.
Maybe I'm. Yeah.
What's his name? It's Titus Wellinger. Isn't that his name? Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like him, and I really like when he showed up, and the fact that they're going to have him. See, this is what's interesting. This is just like Civil War. His tactics may be bad guy tactics, but is he a bad guy?
Well, at first they said, he's here to protect people. But they went way too fast to the other side when he's tagging normal people as Inhumans. It's like
right. But they also give us that dichotomy because look at what Daisy was doing, where you're like,
right.
okay,
he tagged Mac because the one guy thought he saw Mac doing what Daisy does.
Right. And Daisy was using her powers in a way that would make people scared of them and would make them want to attack.
Yeah,
right.
And he's an extremist, and I think that what's his face now? Malik is feeding him this stuff. Like he is not bad guy, but he is not a good guy. He is
right.
I think doing what he thinks is right because now he's stuck in a wheelchair, and because of these types of people.
Right. But in essence, really, it's not because of the Inhumans. It's really because of Malik.
Right.
Well, right, but they don't know this.
That's the ultimate irony. So, yeah, he's a good guy in the middle of under control of a bad group.
Right. It's just like, I mean, here talk about the biggest sucker in the world. He was completely taken in by Hydra, and he even said that here, like, hey, I didn't even know I was working for Hydra, and I didn't even know it. I'm supposed to be working for S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm the good guy. Who's he working for again?
Hydra.
He's the biggest sucker, man.
He doesn't get it, but that's the way they work. They recruit. They make you think that you're doing something patriotic at the same time. You're just doing domestic terrorism.
Yeah.
And how about the when Fitz got hit with the
the
hydramine?
Oh yeah.
Or whatever that was, something amine, and it was suspended so they couldn't neutralize it.
Yeah. Did you guys think they were actually going to do him in?
No.
No.
I didn't think so either, but I definitely had that, like, they played around with this guy enough. They could actually, like, injure him. You know what I mean?
Well,
I hope not.
Yeah,
I think they gave him brain damage. They've destroyed his life a couple of times.
You know what? Is he still feeling the effects of it, but better and better? Because there was a few times he stumbled on words.
I totally think that's true. I think that's the actor's choice. I think he's doing that because I've noticed that all season there have been just brief moments where I've thought he's still working with that.
Well, they've never cured it or addressed it. It just kind of went away, and they're just adding this little tiny element of a stumble and goes, oh, yeah, he's still a little jacked up. Are they going to just leave it there, or is there going to be some magic episode where he goes in the machine and they finally rework the connections? I think
could be.
I think when they kind of run out of things to do, I think they're going to work on his brain.
I think he's functional enough at this point that I don't know if they're going to go back to that well.
Yeah, but I hope they don't do the stumble kind of thing forever. Every once in a while he stumbles on his word and go, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, I like the subtlety for now, but I don't know if I'll like it forever.
All right.
That's I can definitely live with it. I mean, I'm just a fan. I'm out here in the wings, but I'm kind of hoping at some point, everybody's got alien tech and special stuff going on. Just go in there and fix the brain. They can do it.
So what did you guys think of Lincoln this time?
Well, I said at the beginning, I kind of liked it. I think they're rebooting now that they've taken care of Hunter and what's her name? They're
Mockingbird,
Bobby. They can kind of focus on him. It's like he's starting from scratch. He just finished the evaluation. They wouldn't tell him what the evaluation was, so they had that kind of tension. He's hanging out with Coulson. He thinks it's all buddy-buddy, but it's still a test. And I think they're going to integrate him, but they kind of had to go all the way back to the beginning with training and blah, blah, blah. So I think this is just the start of his character.
Now, do you think we're getting set up for a love triangle with him and Daisy and now Mac's brother?
I don't think so. I mean,
Mac's brother?
Didn't you notice the little? Oh, come on, man! You didn't notice that at the end?
Yeah,
you heartless jerk.
I didn't know. There was no. I think he was more impressed that his brother was the way he was than anything else. It wasn't that he was looking at Daisy and oh man, Daisy.
Yeah, but give it time. Give it time.
No.
They're going to totally do that. Mark my words. It's totally going to happen, man.
Hey, we haven't had that in a while. Mark your words.
And you know how right I am.
That's right. We've already established at the beginning that Alil is wrong.
Yeah.
He's been already proven wrong. So Rob is right.
Yeah, he loved Batman, and the critics say, no, Alil, you're just wrong about that one.
I didn't love Batman.
Don't you love to antagonize Alil?
I don't know.
Let's get back to the show.
I thought it was I thought they did a good job with Lincoln. Did they have to take it all the way to the beginning? Maybe so, just to get him into that system. Because this is the first time where he's really kind of been paid attention to, taken into the fold. I didn't think, they made a case that he was out of control against Lash. It's like, I don't know if that's like a valid argument.
Yeah. Did you ever think he was ever out of control? He's kind of been nothing this whole time.
Well, they had to yell at him a couple times, but he stopped. If Lash was,
like
if
a
he
dog.
had fried,
no, Lincoln, down, no.
Yeah, he's not going to take orders like that anyway. Maybe if he was an agent, but eventually he calmed down. If he had fried Lash to a crisp and done like Lash bacon, then yeah, okay, maybe he's not trainable. But I think he's proved himself 3, 4, or 5 times at this point.
So, you didn't say what you thought about Lincoln's evolution here.
I'm still waiting to see. I don't think there was an evolution yet. I think he knew he had to prove something to Coulson to stick around, so that's why he followed the orders. I don't think he's still where he needs to be as a character.
Yeah, is it the writers or is it him as an actor? Because
might be him as an actor. He's kind of stiff.
Yeah,
I think he is. I don't think there's a defined role for him. And once they get it, then we'll see if his talent as an actor can bring it. Because there's no defined. He was Daisy's boyfriend for a bit. Now he seems like he's kind of not. And then he is again. He's on the team. He's not on the team. Now he's being trained to be on the team.
Yeah, and we just got rid of 2, and we're bringing another one in.
Yeah.
Are we though? Because I don't see him.
Totally.
I don't see him on the IMDb list having more than one episode.
The brother?
Yeah.
By next season, he'll be on.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
That ain't this season.
Huh?
Said that ain't this season.
Oh, take that, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Bam.
Did you look it up? He's only in the one episode?
Yeah, I'm on IMDb right now, pulling it out.
Well, they're always accurate,
What about future IMDb? Did you check that?
I did. I checked next year's IMDb, and it says 1 episode.
Interesting.
That's where he cooks all the food.
I did. I pulled a Flash, and I went into the future.
Oh,
there you go.
See, I knew you loved DC.
Or did you go to future past?
Or Days of Future Past? Oh, my God, X-Men.
Oh, my God, X-Men.
I didn't say Days of Future Past because that's like a whole other franchise.
Daisy of Future Past?
Daisy of Future Past? Yes.
Yes.
His name was Ruben.
How far off the grid do you think Daisy's going to go? Because I think this is just the beginning.
Well, I think Lucy Lawless is coming back.
No, get out.
Watch it happen.
Now you've done it.
No, that's not going to happen now
jinxed
because
the show.
she's got her thing. She's on Xena. They're doing Xena again.
Who cares? You can do more than one show.
They're not going to have her back for that. I don't know. You got this crazy idea.
I've told you that she's not coming back. I just brought it up,
Watch, I'm looking it up right now. Did you look it up to make sure?
Yeah,
how great would it be if it was like next episode she's back?
She's not back.
That would be fantastic. But she's she is on Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Wait, what?
She's on Ash versus the Evil Dead.
I know. I watched that.
Oh. What are you getting all tough with me?
It's a little defensive, I think.
A little bit of a nerd fight going on here.
I've watched it.
I've watched it twice as many times as you have, loser.
Yeah.
Take that.
So there.
Did you watch Daredevil yet? Jeez.
You know what? I'm a consultant for Daredevil. So there.
Oh, have you guys been watching it?
No,
Yes.
I haven't.
Oh my gosh, Jack. Oh my gosh.
I have a hard enough time keeping up with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Come on.
You know what?
I have enough hard time keeping my pants up.
Don't go see Batman Superman. Just watch like 3 hours of Daredevil instead, and you will be much happier.
And I have to see all of Bosch season 2 is already out. I haven't even watched that yet.
Oh, great.
I know.
So by the time season 3 comes out, we'll have a podcast for it, right?
Well, my qualification exams are done.
Excellent.
And my DMA recital is Saturday. So after that, I will.
It's underwear and TV time for Jack.
Yeah, sure. Whoever said anything about underwear?
Oh.
I'm not saying that I won't be wearing it. I'm just saying I never said anything about underwear.
Oh, I'm so sorry I said that.
I know. Are you deleting visual file, or are you just gouging your eyes out as we speak?
Gouging.
You should
Welliver.
make.
That's his name. Titus Welliver. I was close.
Welliver. Yeah, there we
was
go.
in the ballpark. Now, is he on the rest of the season? Alil, IMDb boy. Did you look him up?
I did not look him up.
According to IMDb, it was only this episode this season, which tells me this is not updated. Because there's no way. And you know what? They only show the next 2 episodes on here. So anything could happen. I'm telling you, that guy's going to end up the cook, and they're going to totally do a what's the one with Under Siege? They're totally going to do an Under Siege moment. But I'm the cook. Totally.
What do you think they're doing with Simmons and the whole pistol thing? Is she going to become somebody?
Well, I think they're just making it so that she can be a useful agent. They did the same thing with Fitz. Fitz was worthless. So they try and put him out in the field, and he was worthless. And by, all he could do is eat the sandwich and get beat up by Ward. But now he actually goes out, and you buy the fact that, he's not agent number 1. He's not the first guy through the door. But you buy the fact that he might be able to pull a gun and handle himself. They're going to do the same thing to Simmons.
Right. And let me get back to Daisy, because she's the one that put him Fitz in danger. If she'd have pulled back like she was supposed to, he wouldn't have got shot with the nitramine or whatever it is. And she used her powers in the wrong way.
She was reckless, and I think that
I think she's going to continue to go that route until it gets really bad, and they have to do an intervention or something.
Well, no. I don't think she's going to, because that conversation she had at the end, which you guys thought was some kind of heat, was more like she should have been there. She should have done what was right, unlike what she did. I think she already learned her lesson by Matt getting shot and by Fitz having that explosive on him. I think she understood that she made the wrong choice.
I don't know if it's that simple. I mean, they kind of made it seem that way, but I don't think they're done with that. I mean,
I don't think they're done with it either. I think
it's too much drama and tension.
I think this is going to play out until after Civil War, and maybe even past that. I think they're going to be dealing with this. The heat's going to be going up. Daisy, yes, she may pull back a little bit, but she is of the mindset right now that I'm with S.H.I.E.L.D. and I do what I have to do to make things happen, and she just happens to have this power where she can, cause an earthquake.
Well, not only that, I mean, really, how bad was she using her powers? Because she broke 2 windows. She broke
windows. Do you know how expensive it is to replace those windows? Good gravy, Jack.
But it's not even covered on insurance, so it's not like he's going to have to call. It's a little out of pocket, whatever. But she, using her powers, she could have exploded one of his kidneys.
Right.
And that to me would have
been escalating quickly.
Yeah, if she'd have taken her finger and started vibrating one of his organs until his eyes turned red and he's really ready to die in true torture. Because otherwise, Mac could have grabbed him by the neck and until he started choking, and nobody would have batted an eye. I don't know.
I'm still thinking about
that story could have gone in a completely wrong direction.
I'm still thinking about that. How much
did in my head?
I'm just gonna say you're reading the wrong material. If you go from point A to point B.
Oh, I did.
I'm already at point D.
Maybe it's the road too much traveled. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you like how we skirted that completely?
Yes.
Yes.
Therefore, maintaining some sort of rating.
That's right. Read between the lines, people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man. All right.
Wow.
So what's left?
Well, we got a cool scene with Mac taping the butcher's butcher knife on
Oh, yeah,
like
the,
an axe gun or shotgun axe.
Shotgun axe.
That might have been the highlight of the episode when he said shotgun axe.
Yeah,
that was amazing. And once again, he's that character. We talked about it before. He is whatever that character is, that axe character. Because when is he most comfortable? He's got an axe in his hand.
I mean, it wasn't even that useful. You know, he shot a couple guys, he slashed them, but man, that was fun. I wonder if they'll ever actually call him by name, or these little things of that character will just keep popping up, because I think it's awesome.
That was the best though. Shotgun axe.
Shotgun axe.
That was the best. I think that's the T-shirt you want.
That's going to be the next Hasbro toy, and I'm going to buy it.
Shotgun axe.
Shotgun axe.
Wow.
The Hasbro shotgun axe takes 2 AA batteries. Some assembly required.
That earthquake finger, but that's another toy.
You lost Alil. He's at point D again.
Needs a little time.
Oh man! All right. So the episode's over. A good episode, nice episode.
Yes.
And then we get the teaser for next week, and we get Neo.
Where Ward is the one.
Ward is Neo.
What was that, man?
Comes in that trench coat, and I'm like, you could have just pasted Keanu Reeves' face right there, or if he came in with glasses, oh my god.
Yeah.
He should have said most excellent.
There you go.
Most excellent.
He walks in, party on, dudes, and it's over.
And done.
And scene.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think that missile is?
Oh, it's a nuke.
Just a missile.
It's a
nuke. It's gonna be the start of Civil War, right there. That's the scene in Civil War where we see T'Challa blown up at that building.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That'll be the nuke to start it.
Yep.
Wow. So Civil War starts here.
Maybe they kind of let Age of Ultron start here. I mean, Coulson called in the Avengers because he found Loki's scepter.
Right.
Right. In fact, they end with that. Something about the scepter and
he said call in the Avengers, and then that was it. And then you run out to go see Age of Ultron, and it starts right there.
Actually,
didn't
we saw Sitwell say, "Oh, I have to go catch a boat," and the next thing we see is him hydrating up on a boat.
Sitwell,
yeah,
he got crushed by a car in Winter Soldier.
You know what? Right. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you're saying Ultron. I'm saying Winter Soldier. Because it was just before Winter Soldier where Sitwell said, I got to go catch a boat.
Right. I got to go catch a boat, and then he was on the boat in Winter
first
Soldier.
Scene.
2 years ago. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Weren't we arguing against that it was going to start here?
I don't even know what we're arguing against at this point. Wait, are you kidding me?
It just sounds like all of a sudden it's like, okay, Civil War starting here, and at some point we were going, maybe not.
You know why? Because it kind of felt disconnected, and now they seem to be trying to connect it really quickly.
Right.
They've got, 4 weeks?
Well, actually, if we have 4 weeks of lead up, I think they could actually do a really great job of it.
True.
You know, it won't feel like one episode and boom, we're there. We could actually see some seeds planted that for the person seeing the movie, it doesn't matter. For the people that watch S.H.I.E.L.D., it would be like, sweet, I totally get what's going on here.
Right. It's like the boat scene. If you didn't see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it wouldn't mean anything to you, but you wouldn't have lost anything either.
Right.
All right.
All
right. Is that it?
Enough said.
Hey, we need our taglines.
What taglines?
Our social media.
We didn't
do that last time. Let's do it. All right. I'm at Southgate on Twitter. The show is at Nuff Said Podcast. Jack, where do they find you?
At J. Wengrosky, and check out The Blacklist and watch season 2 of the Bosch podcast.
Nice. And Alil, go ahead.
I'm at LOGEEKZ for the League of Geeks podcast, and that's Geeks with a Z.
Very nice. And one more quick thing before we go. We talked about it last time. I'm going to talk about it again. On the webpage, which is now finally updated, in the upper right-hand corner is an Amazon ad. if you click on that before you purchase at Amazon, what it does is it puts a cookie on there for 24 hours on your computer so that anything you purchase from Amazon in that 24-hour period, we get a tiny little sliver of. It doesn't cost you anything, but it is a great way to support the show. You already shop on Amazon, so if you're going to do it, please go to our website, click on that link every time you're going to shop there, and like I said, it really does help support us. That's it. Our website, I should give that to, is southgatemediagroup.com/Nuff Said Podcast. Now that's it. Thanks again for listening, everybody. Nuff said.
Nuff said.
Said.
With a Z.
Zzz.